on a new build. We've already gotten the walls finished and the lighting in, and we're going to start our transformation and turning this space into an epic garage. Stay tuned for our future episodes. We managed to get the garage cleared out here a little bit. We're going to get started on our second rack up here. We ended up purchasing a shed, which we put out here in the yard. That's a 14 by 24. Eco Cabins is who makes them. And it's a metal over styrofoam. There's no studs, no wood, nothing to rot. Got a temporary ramp right here. I'll take you inside, show you that we pretty much emptied the garage into here for now. And then when we get things situated in the garage. Okay, we're going to be installing a 2x8 today, rack above these windows, and we're going to get started here with finding where the studs are, measuring out, centering the rack. It's 8 foot. We're working with about a 10.5 foot span, so I'm just going to center it up in the middle. If the studs don't cooperate where we need them, then we'll go ahead and add a piece of unistrut to the back wall so we can anchor it sufficiently on each stud, and then we'll mount the rack to that. So stay tuned. Hello, we're going to shoot a little recap here of our racks that we've installed. We've got them up and got some stuff stored up in them. This is a smaller rack here, a 2x8. Doesn't hold as much weight as the bigger rack, but it works out good for where I put it because of the depth of the offset in the garage there. This one over here is a 4x8, a little beefier setup, handle probably about 600 pounds. We've had to go into the back and add a little plate in between as you can see on this side, there's just the boards running up and down. We had to plate that off and we painted the wood so it would blend in, and then we mounted the rack. It's mounted with a unistrut through the rafters into the floor joists above, which are 2x12s. So it's good and secure, mounted every 16 inches on center. And that's it for now. We'll come back when we've got a little bit more done. I've hung a clock, finally, got the clock up. Hello and welcome back to Custom Garage. We're up in the attic space above the garage right now. Wanted to regroup here a little bit on what we're doing. Originally, we're just going to use this for storage up here. Started insulating the floor with about 8 inches of insulation in between the ceiling and the floor here. Started laying down some flooring material and storing some stuff up here. And then it dawned on me that this is some very usable space. I would love to have a workout room and a little man cave, possibly a little small office up here. So my ideas have changed. We bought a storage unit type of shed and temporarily put that in the yard to store all the stuff that we would have put up here. And then I think eventually what we'll do is we'll finish this space off in a later segment. And I'm going to swing around. There's quite a bit of room on this side of the elevator area that I'm installing. My thoughts are we could make this space right over here to the right a storage area for dry storage. And then on the very end of the house, going back the opposite direction, we're going to put in a attic fan, which we're hoping will pull some of the heat out of here, keep the attic a little cooler. And then if we need to, we will probably install on this end or possibly a sidewall, we would put in a separate heating and AC unit, which runs about $900 for the unit. It's about an 18,000 BTU, and it'll run on a 115 circuit. So we might end up doing something like that up here just to cool this area, because it would be quite a ways to pull air conditioning from the bottom of the house out to this area up here. I just thought about something. We didn't talk much about the insulation. We might have to, we were thinking of doing maybe some spray foam, but we have to look into that as far as the humidity issues here in this state, that we might end up not being able to do that, or we'll have to run a dehumidifier. I'm gonna wait and see what the ceiling fan or the attic fan does for us. If it takes care of majority of moving the air around in here and keeping the humidity down, we might be okay, but I'll have to talk to some insulation people to see what we could do with this roof if we wanted to insulate it and close it in. For now, that's about all I've got up here. I'm going to go down and show you the fan that we're going to install in a future video. Okay, welcome back. Here we are downstairs now. I just want to take a quick shot. I'm using this, it's called a Quiet Cool. It's something that can go in the gable. It's not the low end, it's probably middle grade. It's got a 15-year warranty. Comes with a louver to go into the end of the house to trim it off with opening shutters, they call them. And this thing is Bluetooth capable, so I can check on it through my Bluetooth and see what it's doing. If I want to change it, I don't have to go up in the attic and change anything out. I can do it from my phone through the internet. I'm also putting in this humidistat control, which this humidistat control is designed that you can set your humidity when you want this fan to come on, at what percent humidity you have in the attic. That's kind of an interesting thing. I've never seen that done before, but I'm excited to get this thing hooked up and see just how well that thought process works. We're going into fall, the heat will be coming down a little bit. We might not get a true evaluation of how well this will work until maybe next year, but I'm going to get it in the meantime and let it start working. Stay tuned for more. Okay, today on Custom Garage, we're going to be mounting our TV 55-inch up on the wall. I've got a couple of holes located there, kind of in the center between the doorway and where the elevator is going to be. I'm going to go ahead and put this on time lapse so we can speed this up, and we'll be back at you once we get it mounted. Okay, we've gone ahead and mounted the TV. You'll probably see from the time lapse. We balanced it up there on the ladder, me and my wife, and managed to get it up there. You know, it pulls out, it tilts. I'm gonna leave it right where it's at for right now, but when it's sitting pretty flush to the wall, we'll be able to move it around from the staircase there. But I think that'll work out pretty good for the showroom here. And look forward to more videos. Thank you for watching.